Alrighty guys, welcome back. More Sentinels of the Multiverse. Got another new setup for you guys here with Ambuscade. Going up against Absolute Zero, the Naturalist, KNYFE, and Tachyon. So this should be an interesting little matchup. Again, I don't specifically kind of go, oh, this one's good against this or that. I just kind of get four things out, four heroes. I get out a villain. I get out an environment. Oh, speaking of the environment, it's the Nexus of the Void. Again, I don't know if I've ever actually played against this one or not. We'll have to see once we start seeing some of the cards. I don't remember what this one does, so that could be good or bad. We'll see. Alright, so let's get to it here as I am shuffling his cards. Ambuscade. So he's going to Superhuman Hunter setup. At the start of the game, put Ambuscade villain character card into play. Superhuman Hunter side up. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until H-1 devices are revealed. So we need 4-1, 3 devices. We need, that's a trap. 1 shot. There's a device. Trap. 1 shot. Device. Device. And then shuffle the other reveal cards back in the villain deck. At the end of the villain turn villain Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest hit points H-1 projectile damage. Okay. Wow. Holy crap. Okay. Okay, well. We got 6 hit points for this thing. We got 9 hit points for this thing. 8 hit points for this thing. Are you kidding me? What's going on here? Do it like this. Wow. Okay. Now he'll have his actual turn once I finish shuffling these cards. That's crazy. I'm going to put this over here. Alright, well that was kind of a brutal little start there, wasn't it? Holy crap. And there we go. Alright. And now his turn is 1 shot. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until a device card is revealed. Put it into play, shuffle the other reveal cards back in the deck, and then play the top card of the villain deck. That's a 1 shot. That's a 1 shot. That's a trap. That's a 1 shot. 1 shot. Trap. Oh my god. 1 shot. Ongoing. 1 shot. 1 shot. Trap. 1 shot. Trap. Device. So, reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until a device card is revealed. Put it into play. Shuffle the other reveal cards back into the villain deck. And then play the top card of the villain deck. Okay. Not a big fan of this so far. Holy crap. This is now 5 hit points. And then we play the top card of the villain deck, which is a trap. When this card would enter play, shuffle it face up in the villain deck. Whenever this card is face up on the top of the villain deck, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest hit points, H energy and damage, then discard. When this card would enter play, shuffle it face up into the villain deck. So we shuffle it into the villain deck face up. And then whenever this card is face up on the top of the deck, it's a trap. It would go off. Yeah, okay. So that's kind of interesting. That's just gonna look away. Look away. I can't tell what I'm doing. Where it is. Straighten the deck out and be done. Okay. You guys know where it is, but I have no idea. So that is actually like one of the worst turns I've ever seen. So, Ambuscade, at the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the highest hit points 3 projectile damage. So that's going to mean KNYFE, take 3 projectile damage, down to 27. Alright. Then, at the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals each hero target. Does that say 3 damage? What? 3 fire damage. At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals each hero target 3 fire damage. So everyone takes 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then this card, whenever this card enters play, flip Ambuscade's villain character card to its invisible stalker side. When this card enters play, does this put them into play? Yeah, so he should have actually flipped over to his invisible stalker side. So he should have done that because of this. Device, at the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest hit points 2 projectile damage. Let's give it to the Naturalist. 2 damage for you. Then at the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero with the most cards in play 2 projectile damage. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give it to him, and that'll make everyone at 24. We haven't even taken a turn yet. Everyone's at 24 hit points. He's got 4 cards in play that total a grand total of 28 hit points worth of cards in play. And he's invisible and can't take any damage. Ooh, that sounds like a pretty fair start, doesn't it? I mean, you know, jeez. Holy Moses. I don't think that's fair at all. No, I don't. We haven't even gotten cards for these characters yet. So, Absolute Zero, what can you do? Started turn, Absolute Zero deals each non-hero target 1 gold damage. Whenever Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, Absolute Zero deals 1 target that much cold damage. When Absolute Zero would take cold damage, he regains hit points instead. And Absolute Zero deals up to 3 targets 1 cold damage each. Absolute Zero deals himself X fire damage, where X is the total amount of cold damage dealt by Absolute Zero this turn. Alright. So he's going to put the, what is this thing called? The null point calibration unit. So when he takes cold damage, he regains hit points instead. He is going to hit himself with 1 cold point, and that'll regain 1 hit point. Woohoo! And then he can draw a card. Not a great start. Okay, we really need to do some damage to those things, or Jesus. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy how many devices he's got out. Every one of them is doesn't he's got a couple one shots, an ongoing card. First time the Naturalist would take damage each turn, reduce that damage by the number of environment targets in play. And then for his power, I can search my deck or trash for a form. I guess we're going to put out... we'll put out the Gazelle, I guess. Okay. And we still haven't done one single point of damage yet, so that's great. And he can draw at the end of his turn. Jeez. Haven't done one single point of damage yet, and we're going to just be... Yeah. Personal cloaking device. That will keep him from taking damage, so we got to get rid of that eventually. But then this is just going to do damage to us, this is going to do damage to us, and this is going to do damage to us. So, you know, what do you want to do? You want to... I don't know. We want a fair fight is what we want. Holy cow. Yeah, fair if you like getting smacked in the face repeatedly, I guess, right? Alright, ongoing power. She's got two of the same ones. Reduce damage dealt to knife by the villain target with the highest hit points by 1. She can draw 2 cards and destroy this card. Increase damage dealt by knife to the villain target with the highest hit points by 1. Alright, we're going to play Battlefield Experience. And it's going to allow Knife to use a power. She can deal 1 target, 2 melee, and 2 energy damage. Then destroy this card. So that's 4 damage. 4 damage, huh? We're gonna do it on this. And then we destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, you may draw a card and play a card. So you can draw a card and then play a card. She'll play this card, and then she'll draw a card at the end of her turn. Wow. Still haven't done a lot of damage, which is, oof, this is going to get really bad, really quick. Really bad, really quick. So she's going to do a one-shot burst. Tachyon deals each non-hero target 1 damage. So it's going to knock this out, fortunately. Yay. This is going to go down to 5. This is going to go down to 8. This is going to go down to 7. That's her one shot. Then her powers. Look at the top card of your hero deck. You may discard it. You may discard that card. I will discard it. That's fine, and then I will draw a card at the end of my turn. Okay. Not a great start, to be honest. I'm not super thrilled with what happened there. Alright, Nexus of the Void better be super nice to us. Savannah Nucultra. Biome. When this card enters play, destroy all other biomes. Increase all hit point recovery by 1. That's good. At the end of the environment turn, increase damage dealt by the 3 targets with the lowest hit points by 2 until the start of the environment turn? What? Increase all hit point recovery, but at the end of the environment turn, increase damage dealt by the 3 targets with the lowest hit points by 2? Well, that's going to be those things, and that's just going to be problems. We got more problems. Oh my god, this is terrible. Terrible. Alright, at the start of the villain turn, if the personal cloaking device is not in play, flip him over. He's not. Right, so he's just going to take his turn. His turn is going to be, oh, yeah, let's put out another turret. Why don't we? Put out another turret, because why not? At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the lowest hit points 3 damage. Since these are all tied at 24, I can choose... and I can choose Knife, and Knife reduces damage dealt to Knife by the villain target with the highest hit points, which he does. He's got 50 by 1. So instead of doing 3, he's only going to do 2 damage. Nice. Then this thing. At the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals each hero target 3 damage. That's just not right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down to 19 already. And 1, 2, 3. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest hit points 2 damage. That's going to be absolute 0. Down to 20. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest hit points 2 damage. That is going to be Naturalist or Tachyon. Let's just give it to Tachyon then. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wait. No, that's not even true because at the end of the environment turn, increased damage dealt by the 3 targets with the lowest hit points by 2. So, the lowest hit points is this, this, and this. Of course it is. So this... So instead of doing 3 damage, he does 5 damage to everyone? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. That... Alright, well, this is going to be a very short episode. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, wow. Holy craps. Holy Moses. When the villain's doing 5 points to everyone, you might as well just say goodnight, because holy crap. So that guy was lowest hit points. This guy was lowest hit points, and he did 2 projectile damage, so he should have done an extra 2. I think it went on knife, so she should have taken 2 more damage. And then these 2 are tied for the next lowest hit points. Right? Right now. Pretty soon we're going to be the lowest, so that's good. So we're going to choose this one, and that one doesn't do any damage. Fortunately, so ha ha ha. Joke's on you, Ambuscade. Holy crap. Alright, well. Okay. I don't know if it's going to matter. Jesus. He'll put this card out. At the start of your turn, Absolute Zero deals each non-hero target 1 damage. Yay. But that's at the start of his turn, so it's not going to come into effect. He will activate his power where he's going to deal himself 1 gold damage, which is going to heal him 1 stinking hit point. Woohoo, big deal. And he's going to draw. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we got here. So I'm going to play... Alright, I'm going to play this card, 1 shot. Because I'm in Gazelle form, I can use the Gazelle power. The Naturalist regains 3 hit points. Alright. 1, 2, 3, back up to 22. And then you may use a power now. And my power I'm going to use is the Naturalist regains 3 hit points. 1, 2, 3, so he's back up to 25. That's pretty good. That was his 1-shot power. And then for his power for the turn, I guess it's going to be, I don't think he can activate this again. I think he can only activate each power only once. So he's going to have to use his search his deck or trash for a form power. Alright. With the Deadly Crocodile. And put it into play. When this card enters play, destroy any other form cards. So he destroys this. Puts the crocodile into play. Okay, well, and then he's going to draw a card. Again, what's up with Absolute Zero and the Naturalist not doing any damage? We need, like, we need to knock out all these things over here, guys. What are you doing? Good Lord. Don't have an equipment card. Okay, we're going to put this out. Ongoing. Oh, no, wait, I don't want to put that one out. I'm going to put this one out. Increase damage dealt by knife to the villain target with the most hit points. That's not going to do us any good because he can't even hit him because he's got a million things in play. We're going to have to put this one out again and activate this power. Deal 1 target, 2 melee, 2 energy damage. That's 4 damage. And then destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, you may draw a card and play a card. So she can draw a card and play a card. And she's going to play this one. Knife deals 1 target, 3 damage. And discards the top card of the villain deck. 3 damage. We're just going to get rid of this thing because otherwise it's just going to ruin our week. So that was her power. She will draw a card at the end of her turn. You may play an additional card during your playing phase. Alright, so you may play an additional card during your play phase. Tachyon is going to deal 1 target, 1 melee damage. Woohoo! Let's try and get rid of one of these things. 6 hit points. And then she can draw a card, which she will. Could have used this. Could have used this to get rid of that card. Would have been awesome. Fuck. And then she'll draw a card. This Nexus of the Void. This card has just amplified all the issues we had to tenfold. I cannot believe it. So we really have to hope another biome comes out and gets rid of this one. It does, fortunately. Maybe it'll be just as bad. Who knows? When this card enters play, destroy all other biomes, which we did. Whenever a non-environment target enters play, deal it 1 melee damage. At the end of the environment turn, deal the non-environment target with the lowest hit points 1 melee damage. This is much better for us than that one. Holy crap. Okay. At the end of the environment turn, deal the non-environment target with the lowest hit points 1 damage. That's going to be you, buddy. Take damage. Alright. Alright, so back to Ambuscade's turn. If we're going to live, I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be tough. Everybody's going to play a card, and it's going to be Sonic Mind device. Alright, it's got 1 stinking hit point. That should be easy to get rid of. Alright, and then at the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the lowest hit points 3 damage. So that's knife. But she takes 1 less, so it's only going to be 2 damage. Okay. That does nothing. Okay, good. Hero target with the highest hit points, 2 damage. That's going to be the Naturalist. 2 damage. 1, 2. The highest hit points, 2 damage. 1, 2. What? When this card is destroyed, this card deals each hero target 2 sonic damage. Targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the next villain turn. What? Well, we don't want to kill that thing. Unfortunately, we probably are going to kill it. Unfortunately. Gosh darn it. So that's his turn. Then we go to Absolute Zero, who says at the start of his turn, Absolute Zero deals each non-hero target 1 damage. So guess what? He's down to 7. He's down to 4. He's down to 7. And this guy is dead, unfortunately. Card deals each hero target 2 sonic damage. So we each take 2 damage. 1, 2. Just looking to see if they have any prevention. God. And then targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of their next villain turn. So now we can't do any damage. Great. 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 Yeah, it's really, really great. Yeah. Okay. So we have this onboard modular installation. So And this thing is in the way. Get out of here. Alright, so you may draw a card, which he will. And then he can search his deck for a module card and put it into his hand and then shuffle his deck. So we should look for a good module to add. Okay, well, we don't need that. Okay, he's only got, looks like for me, 2 different modules. Whenever Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, Absolute Zero deals 1 target that much cold damage. And this null point calibration unit, when Absolute Zero would take cold damage, he regains that many hit points. Are the only 2 modules that I can see. So I guess we'll draw that module. And then to finish his card, it's draw a card, search for a module card and put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck, and then you may play a card. So you can still play a card. So, I guess we'll play this card now. Whenever Absolute Zero is dealt fire damage, Absolute Zero deals 1 target that much cold damage. So he can deal himself 1 fire damage. Or 1, I guess. I think he's just going to do 1 cold, and which heals him. Again, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell he's trying to do, but whatever it is, it's not great. All right. Oh, right. He should have taken 1 less damage because there's 1 environment card in play. So, let's see what we can do here. So the Naturalist is going to play. You may use an additional power on your turn. That sounds good. Actually, we don't want to probably put this out until after we put this one out. Put this out. Okay. So he increases his damage because he's in crocodile form. And his power, he's going to activate. The Naturalist deals 1 target 2 + 1, 3 damage. It's going to be this thing. Let's knock that down to 1 hit points. And then he can activate an alligator effect. And the alligator effect is going to be this. If there are more non-hero targets than hero targets, increased damage dealt by 1. I guess there's not more. So that's his power. He Draw a card, I guess. Be done. Knife, you better be able to do like a whole bunch of damage, okay? Oh, wait a minute. We can't deal damage because of this stupid. So it would have been 3, so he's back up to 4. Right. So we should probably not even worry about doing damage. Put this card out. Her power is going to be draw 2 cards. 1, 2, and then destroy this card. Okay. And then she's going to draw a card at the end of her turn. Ay, Tachyon can play an additional card during her play phase. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Time out. Time out. Oh my god, I think I messed up big time here. Right? When this thing came out, it should have taken 1 damage from this thing. When cards enter play, just whenever a non-environment target enters play, deal it 1 melee damage, this thing should have died from this, because it would have taken 1 damage when it came out. When this card is destroyed, oh, he's still going to deal the hero target. So this thing would kill this, but then we still take the damage. Okay. I was thinking maybe this thing would... Yeah, it's not going to matter. Okay. Can't deal any damage. So we'll just put this out. I could destroy this if I wanted to, but it's going to keep damaging those, so I don't think we want to. Look at the top card of your deck. You may discard it, which she will. Then she'll draw a card. Not doing a lot of damage, which is kind of... Yeah, this would have taken the mine out, but the mine still does damage to us, and then targets dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the turn. So the mine would have been destroyed by this instead of by use absolute 0, but it still would have done damage to us, which prevents us from doing damage until the start of our next turn, which is... wow. I don't remember Ambuscade being this rough, man. That's crazy. So let's see what we get for... We got a Spirit. Magma's Rage. 8 hit points. After this card deals or is dealt damage, put a token on it. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals to non-environment target with the second highest hit points. Fire damage, where X is the number of tokens on this card. Wow. This is going to get really bad. Okay, so At the end of the environment turn, this card deals a non-environment target with this. Whenever he deals or is dealt damage, we put a token on this card. I got tokens. I got tokens. I got tokens. So at the end of the environment turn, oh man, this is not going well. This is not going well at all. This card deals to non-environment targets with the second highest hit points. So that is going to be highest hit points is Ambuscade. Second highest is going to be the Naturalist. X damage. Number of tokens. Well, he has 0 tokens on him. He's got no tokens. So he does X damage, where X is the number of tokens on this card plus 1. Okay, so he's going to deal 1 damage to him. And then he's going to get a token on him. Oh, great. So he's down to 19. Start a turn. He's still got his cloaking device, so we can't damage him at all. He plays a card. Reactive Blading. It's a device. 10 hit points. Reduce damage dealt to Ambuscade and this card by 1. The first time a target deals damage to Ambuscade each turn, this card deals that target 2 energy damage. So whenever we hit Ambuscade, it's going to do 2 damage to us until we get rid of this card. Oh, brother. Okay, well. Told you this is going to be a nice, easy, quick episode. So, at the end of the villain turn, Ambuscade deals the hero target with the lowest hit points, H minus 1, so 3 damage. So 3 damage to her, and she's down to 8 hit points already. Good lord. Then this doesn't do damage. This is going to be 2 hero target with the highest hit points, 2 damage. That's the Naturalist. 2 damage. Highest hit points, 2 damage. So that's going to be absolute 0 this time. And then this just reduces damage. Okay. Are you happy? Great. I'm really happy that you're happy. Alright, so at the start of his turn, absolute 0 deals each target 1 damage. 1 for you. Which is going to give him another token. 1 for you. 1 for you. 1 for you. And 1 for you. No, it's reduced by 1, so he didn't take any damage because he just does 1. Alright, let's see if he's got something here. Alright. Alright, he's going to play this card, which seems like the next logical thing in his step. It's a one-shot. Absolute 0 deals 1 target, 2 cold damage. Too cold, and that's going to put this thing down to 1. Then Absolute Zero deals a second target 2 fire damage. Two fire damage. And then Absolute Zero deals himself 1 cold damage, which heals him. And 1 fire damage, which hurts him. But when he deals himself fire damage, he can deal 1 target that much cold damage. So he's going to deal the damage to this guy and kill him off. Woo! Farnley! Farnley! Yay! Farnley killed something. Alright, that was his 1 shot. Now he's got his Bower. And he's going to deal himself... I guess 1 cold damage, which he'll heal. And then I'll draw a card, and we'll have to pick this up later on because I've got to run for dinner. So thanks everyone for watching. Boy, this has been a rough start, I'll tell you that.